say I use like a jet. You know, like this, you can see the fire from the exhaust, like full time. We risk your life, but it is what it is, you know. Like, and hopefully you get a good machines. I want to have like.
This is an outstanding victory. You and your partners entirely dominated that street brawl. Way to go, Dragons!
Oh.
Let's head back to the container to get your prize.
Missile and how do you say it? Minigun.
Yeah, the one with the like the Tommy gun with the.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. And oil like a oil leak.
Hey, is it okay if I talk? Your girl's not gonna get mad, is she?
Yeah, it's okay, I guess.
All right, I'll make it short. You did a hell of a job back there, my friend. You're definitely one of us, and we're counting on you to defeat these guys again. You represent the pack. These cats are gonna understand that we're the prevailing street racing team around here. Catch you next time.
Bye!
Weapons.
Aw, aren't these guys cute? I may have overreacted a little.
Yeah,
perfect.
So don't forget, once you've got your reward, check in the menu, and you'll see a whole new rival-related activity. This is just the beginning.
That style, love it. What's happening, guys? My name is Becky and welcome to MOTOFEST, the podcast, brought to you by Red Bull and Ubisoft's iconic game through MOTOFEST. This is the podcast where I get to chat with some of the world's leading motorsport.
We're here. Time to unbox your brand new Honda NSX Liberty Walk Edition.
Athletes and delve into their passions for all things speed, wings and wheels. And the really cool thing is you can actually listen into this podcast whilst you're playing the game. Today's guest was born with some serious...
Playlist ahead. Let's go.
The podcast is back on. Our guest still has plenty of things to say. Speed, wings and wheels. And the really cool thing is you can actually listen into this podcast whilst you're playing the game. Today's guest was born with some serious athlete instincts. I'd be very surprised if you hadn't seen or heard of him. His name is Yuki Tsunoda, and what he's most famous for is his electrifying talent on the F1 grid. He's been racing for about 20 years. Well, that's if you also include his career as a kid go-karter, growing up in Sagamihara, about an hour away from Tokyo. He lives in Italy currently, but he's joining me today here in Milton Keynes. Yuki, thanks so much for being here, and welcome to the show.
New challenges unlocked.
How are you?
Amazing. Yeah, just in the UK. Just flew back from Brazil.
The Clawblades are a good choice. A cocky bunch, but competent.
Yeah, just happy bro.
Lots of infighting with the Clawblades, but they take pride in their cars.
2 weeks gap, so excited for a bit of rest now.
So let's jump straight into it, Yuki. You've been...
Most of the Clawblades are quite vain and get flustered if they start to lose. Use it.
Described as a person who lights up a room when you walk into it, someone who knows exactly what you want, and you're unashamed and unafraid to express it. And in terms of your identity as a driver, you're known for quite a modern driving style. Could you break down what you feel your driving style is for us watching you on the screen?
My driving style, mainly, I have good confidence with the braking, so, you know, I'm good at attacking the braking, so you can use that also in, you know, the qualifying lap, hot lap, and also to overtake someone. I think this is coming from the karting skills
New playlist ahead. Let's go.
When I was very, very young, like, you know, 13, 12 years old.
We're very proud and grateful to present what is probably the most homemade playlist of all.
Whatever.
The heart of this one is entirely composed of mountains, jungles, volcanoes, and oceans.
My dad used to teach me a lot about braking, and that kind of base or DNA still inside my driving skill, and definitely I like to adapt braking. Recently, last Grand Prix was a bit too much sometimes, and yeah, unfortunately, a couple of times went to the wall. But still have good confidence, and feels great when you feel the G-force, with the maximum longitudinal G-force when you have nailed the great braking.
How do you feel that you have evolved as a driver over these years? Obviously starting in go-karting and then to present day.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things. I mean, when I was karting, a lot of emotional things that probably, as a human, I was growing significantly, fast, and especially those times. And at some point, I even didn't like much motorsports. I got distracted by other sports. I'm the person, like, I want to try a lot of sports. I'm very active. So I tried like downhill mountain biking, swimming, a lot of kind of stuff, skateboarding, for example. And but yeah, I knew somewhere in my mind that motorsport is the things that probably I'm very good at. And I started 4 years old, and there's always strong passion inside my heart. So yeah, it's kind of went through those moments and evolved throughout the years. And especially compared to first day Formula 1 was 2021, and compared now, it's a lot different. Even that 4 years, this kind of environment makes my mindset as very strong as a human. Not just inside of racing, also outside of racing. Yeah, I feel just in general place I feel grown. Yeah.
That explains so much. When I watched you on that Red Bull series where it was you trying different sports, you absolutely shone, because it was just like getting to do other things, and you were so happy and excited. Yeah,
a serious race series, I think that goes, I know you try to race with the vehicle that you don't normally race with, and adaptation to that is quite key. And probably because I was doing a lot of sports, you get used to it with adapting to some sports immediately. So yeah, probably that's why I'm good at it. And also the moments I feel a lot of adrenaline, I have to go flat out. I go flat out from straight away from the, once I hold the steering and see how it goes.
Playlist unlocked. All clear for you to indulge in, driver.
And those kind of moments are really, really exciting.
Yuki, I feel like you'd make a great drift driver. From everything you've just said there, I think you'd be very good at it. I can't wait for the day to see you in a drift car.
Hey, I love drifting. Yes, when I was in karting. Rain condition, for example, you can drift around, right? Especially corner entry, it's actually sometimes good to drift a little bit to rotate the car and to drive fast in the corner. But current Formula 1, it's hard to drift. You can drift, but not the drift that probably every people thinking about. It's not like total drift. You can't just drift all the way through a corner. Sometimes actually drifting is good training for us because of it's still there's a lot of sliding while in the hot lap. But because of we got used to too much with the grip, trying to not slide too much, sometimes you can't really react as much as you used to be. So actually drifting, training.
Ocean and sky. Can you fly and sail as well as you drive? to the next objective.
All right, let's keep talking.
You're going to need a boat to access the first event. Use the fast fade vehicle switch and onward so, sailor. The championship is about to begin, and it'll start with a powerboat race around smaller islands of the archipelago. You can use this short joyride to get better acclimated to your boat. Once the race is on, you will want to know what you're doing.
Like trying to not slide too much. Sometimes you can't really react as much as you used to it. So actually drifting, training.
We're here. The ocean is yours for the taking.
Some drivers does it, and actually some point even like when I went back to Japan, I did some time on the snow, doing something drifting, and just have fun, yeah.
This is a question I'm asking all of my guests in all seriousness. If you could be a car, a plane, a boat, or a motorbike, which would you be and why?
Oh, good question.
This is Sean Babalu.
And this is Bob Schwartz. We're talking to you live from Hawaii, where we'll be following yet another MOTOFEST series. A very special one, to say the least.
Indeed, no rubber or asphalt today. The competition you're about to follow is all about boats and planes, ocean and sky.
Waves and wind.
That's right. And as you happen to be the boat specialist, Bob, the floor is all yours.
Thanks, Sean. Indeed, we're starting right off the bat with some serious inshore powerboat racing. The ocean is nice and flat. Perfect for our competitors to show us how well they can handle these speedsters. If they use their trim right, they'll be able to push their machines to their maximum.
These things are fast, man. And I'm especially curious about that red trident-shaped boat right there. What model is that?
This peculiar one-seater, my friend, is another unique MOTOFEST creation. A compact yet aggressive speedboat, the Water Rocket. Funny that this specific boat caught your eye. Its pilot is actually one of the newcomers who's recently been rocking MOTOFEST.
Interesting. Well, I guess we're not letting this promising challenger out of our sight then. That's one lap down.
Ooh, gotta avoid those rocks.
Person here, but I have to admit this series is off to a good start. I see a lot of skills down there.
You're absolutely right, Sean. Plus, we've got Hawaii on its Sunday best. Careful, it may not last.
About to reach the finish line. Hang in there, buddy.
That's Water Rocket, Sean. Try to keep up. We're off to a beautiful start. I didn't have my morning coffee, but with this kind of show, I don't think I'll need one.
Excellent warm-up, Bob. Now, let's fly.
The podcast continues.
You've experienced the ocean. Now it's time to take to the skies. This is an opportunity to see the island like you've never seen before. Everything, everywhere, all at once.
This is a question I'm asking all of my guests in all seriousness. If you could be a car, a plane, a boat, or a motorbike, which would you be and why?
Oh, good question. I'm thinking either plane or motorbike. I think the plane is quite good because you can fly around. But probably it'll be boring. You see just same view all the time. So above the clouds. So I would choose motorbike.
Yeah, we're like trying to match people's personalities with which vehicle they take. I love the fact that you chose the plane. You're like, well.
Hey everyone, this is Bob Schwartz and Sean Babaloo. What's up, Sean?
All good here, Bob. The first airborne trial has started, as you all know. These are individual races against the clock, and we're currently following our standout contestant from earlier. Come on, Water Rocket, show them what you got.
Well, it truly brings a tear to my eye to see you so enthusiastic, Sean. You sound like you've just hit your 40s again. So, what's your feeling on this?
The weather conditions still seem reasonable, allowing our pilots to take advantage of these nice wind currents without any real turbulence. I'm really curious to see how the up-and-coming water rocket will take advantage of that. Let's see how it'll turn out.
Do you really think the newbie stands a chance in this competition?
Trust me, Robert, I can feel it in my bones. As you can see, some of the risky segments here require flying real close to the mountains. The contestant is now following the ridge of the mountain.
A great spot for motocross. Off-roading addicts, this is for you.
And welcome to Hawaii. Going down and through the arch. That Beechcraft Stagger Wing is truly a beautiful piece, isn't it? And a great choice for that flight. If you take a look at its side, you'll notice that it bears an unusual negative wing stagger design, which means its upper wing is positioned behind the lower one.
Matter of visibility, I presume.
You're absolutely right, Bob, among other things. Watch closely, everyone. You don't see such a hot antique going all out like this every day.
Honolulu just appeared on the horizon. Oh, that's a great sight.
Here we are. This flight ends above the breathtaking MOTOFEST playground. A great time for the Stagger Wing and its promising pilots.
Well, I'm staggered.
Back to MOTOFEST, the podcast. Yeah, we're like trying to...
Now that you've seen both sides of this playlist, you know what you got yourself into.
Match people's personalities with which vehicle they take. I love the fact that you chose the plane and you're like, kind of boring.
Yeah.
Just floating about up there. We'll take the motorcycle.
I'm actually quite easy to get boring with any sports, bro. That's why I got...
The championship is on, and the next event is just a few minutes south of here. You'll be getting back in the water for a powerboat race that will take place around the stunning Hanama racetrack.
Distracted with a lot of sports. That's probably one of the reason that I got distracted. But yeah, it's just easy to get bored.
That's my favourite tagline from this podcast. Yuki Tsunoda, great.
Since you'll be surfing around the Alpha GP's turf, this obviously calls for a fitting boat, right? Don't worry, we got you covered with the Ice Marine Blade Runner.
Driver easily distracted.
Yeah.
Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, you've been driving for a very long time. Your father was a mechanic and a former car racer himself. How has his influence been pivotal on your career?
Yeah, definitely.
Don't forget to trim your boat in the straight lines to gain extra speed.
My dad, influenced my career a lot of parts, and like I said previously, that for example, driving, part of my driving skill that I have a lot of confidence in the braking. Definitely, my dad gave a lot of tips about braking, and he's the one who always.
Hawaii, this is Sean and Bob back on the ocean. The warm-up is over. We're entering the second round. Same contestants, new waters, new boats. Bob?
I'm reared up and ready to go, Sean. The pilots are already giving it all. First, the contestants have to go along the racetrack water bridge. That race is not going to be easy. Lots of shallow water sections to cross and many obstacles to avoid. That's quite a different lineup that we have here compared to our first aquatic ride. We're going bigger, faster, meaner.
I can see that. Check out this boat right there. It looks like it's calling for blood.
The Ice Marine Blade Runner 35. British origins, extremely slick design, a boat that catches the eye.
Careful with the rocks.
Going upriver now, things are going to go differently. Shallow waters, narrow paths.
Racetrack, and that's one lap.
Second lap. There's everything left to play for. A quick shout out to our friend and colleague Ray Waller, who's hosting the equally remarkable Motorsports Series just nearby at the Nahoma Racetrack.
A real professional. I can almost hear him from here.
Here comes the jump.
I'd like to point out that the scenery here is absolutely stunning.
Absolutely. It kind of reminds me of that trip I took in Barbados with my wife Giselle about 20 years ago. Blade Runner 35 in all its glory. I love that boat. I actually think I should get one.
Well, Bob, I'm not sure Giselle would agree with you on that.
Let's keep talking.
Like I said previously, that for example, driving, part of my driving skill that I have a lot of confidence in the braking.
The competition continues. Let me gather the new data. Done. Time to go to the skies again. For this new flight, you're going to need sharp reflexes and real steady nerves.
Definitely my dad gave a lot of tips about braking, and he's the one who always saying like, when you start, first thing you enter to the corner, the first thing you do is braking, right? Maybe some corner doesn't do it, but that brake and how you brake will affect your car movements afterwards. So braking is actually really important part of the corner. And yeah, like he loved to do something mechanics, like touching some cars, karting and set up the cars, and also probably he used to do a bit of motorsports as well. So he enjoyed doing a lot of doing motorsports with me. And I think he was always part of my career until especially like 14 years old. He was very strict. It started 4 years old. Like we started casually, and once I actually started to win, probably he saw this bit of talent myself, and maybe he thought probably we thought that maybe we can be professional driver at some point, but to step up like that way, we need to be more serious with motorsports, and he's the one that started a bit more serious and strict. And that's why one of the reasons that I didn't like motorsports, because he was always the person like angry, mad at me, like when I have bad race, he's the one who's very mad at me and really enjoy it. But without those things and without his teach or taught, like...
Your plane, the Civco Edge, will be ideal for that ride. But it's not going to fly itself, so you're up.
Listen, I wouldn't be here, so... Yeah, I very appreciate him.
I think it makes a better driver, genuinely. I did go-karting when I was 7 years old, and my dad was always like, it's okay, sweetie. I remember hitting I remember the cone in the middle of the track, to separate the pack with the transponders. I just drove straight through it, and I came off the track, and my dad was like, it's okay, sweetheart. we'll go again next time. Forwards, I'm not a champion driver, so like I can totally appreciate the strictness from dads. It definitely gives you a good level of discipline.
Sometimes actually, I was always watching the drivers or the family that's parents teaching to their kids very kindly, and I was always.
Honestly, you should have seen the colors in that thing. And those custom designs, real masterpiece. No joke, this bake-off season finale was a real... Hello, we're back live. Welcome back, everyone.
Hey, Sean, we're back indeed for our second air trial, where another contestant has just taken off. Several pilots already had their turns, so we're well suited to tell you that this path is a toughie. Right, Sean?
Well, Bob, you said it. We're talking about a low-altitude aerobatic flight through the canyon and other fun stuff. Highly technical and dangerous. Good luck out there, water rocket.
Section right there. The more I see it, the more I think it must be hard to handle.
Yeah, MOTOFEST sure isn't sparing these pilots, and believe me, they're clearly not out of the woods yet.
Look at this guy, cleverly teasing what's coming next.
above the lovely Hawaiian countryside.
Lovely, sure, but better watch for these wind turbines.
almost there. It's just about passing that last gate. Beautiful performance. It's incredible what a Zivco edge and great skills can achieve.
Man and machine working in unison.
Back to our podcast.
I was always watching the drivers or the family that
Let's go for this one. I have a good feeling.
like